Oh yeah. Oh, look at those handsome fellas. And David.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. What is that?
Yeah.
Welcome to the podcast.
But there ain't no ring on this finger.
Oh, welcome! Welcome to the welcome to a podcast episode. What do we call it? Portable Couch. Welcome to another episode of Portable Couch, and we are joined here with the amazing Andrew, and of course, David. So, how you guys doing?
What?
This man's always eating during our podcast. It's kind of crazy.
I come home from like work and school and gym, so it's like I don't have time to eat. So this is my perfect time to eat.
This man's just gonna give us food ASMR every time we do this.
I can do that.
No.
Yeah. We can branch off and do some mukbangs.
No, you see that mukbang video that David made?
No. It was during COVID. I was so bored, and so yeah, it was. I deleted it like 2 years later, because yeah, that shouldn't be out there.
Link in the description. Oh, you deleted it? Oh,
I deleted it.
I'll find it. I'll put it at the end of
What?
the video if I find it.
I think YouTube archives it.
Yeah, there's an archive somewhere.
I'm deleting
Oh,
that too.
nice. Oh, dang it. Well, how was y'all's day? How was your eventful Monday?
We gotta stop staying up so early or so late on Discord calls. We went to sleep around like almost 2:00.
It was important though.
And I mean, we had some good podcast stuff,
Oh,
but we
yeah.
just weren't recording it.
But
But you know, man, I can't do that every night. Staying up at 1 a.m.
Yeah. I
You
woke
wake
up
early.
at 9:30.
I skipped classes.
Yeah, I
Dang.
work from home today.
I
Dang.
skipped classes. Yeah, there's no way. Like my blue light glasses.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we stayed up pretty late. We talked about like a lot of stuff. Like was it like a song choice for worship songs? What else? The Quran.
Oh yeah.
Quran.
Why the Bible is factual.
Yeah, the Mormon book thingy.
Yep.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that later. We'll talk about that
Yeah.
later.
Save it for the podcast.
Save it for the
Save it for
podcast.
the future podcast. We got bigger matters to attend to. We got you see if y'all didn't notice, we got Ethan's cheeks.
Look.
Ew, what is that?
I got
You
little
be eating sheep.
yeah. I took inspiration from the book Solomon. Like my teeth are like sheared sheep. They don't have a twin no more.
Each one has a pair.
Actually,
No,
each one
it's a
still does
pair.
have a pair, but
Yeah,
we're just
technically.
we're missing them.
But you are
some.
missing some of your teeth now.
Yeah, we're missing some of them. But yeah, went to the wisdom teeth removal people. I don't know what they're called. Teeth surgeons.
Dentists?
No, they're called
orthodontist.
Oh yeah. But yeah,
It's basically a dentist, is it?
Bro. Man, we stayed up till 2:00. What was it? How long did we stay up?
Close.
I woke up at 9:30. My appointment was at 10. I'm like, oh shoot! And then I shower. I forget to pray again, and then I went. Mom drove me. Honestly, 10 out of 10. I would do it again.
What does that mean?
If I grew my wisdom teeth back, I'd do it again. That was fun.
Because
that was so fun.
Why?
Bro, I was like, man, I was just in a chair and I was like, okay, we're gonna put you to sleep now. Yeah. I tried to stay awake as long as I could. Oh yeah, true. Actually, well, not when I woke up, but yes. It's just so cool to be in a room and then be in your house the next moment. You're like, what?
Well, you didn't. You no wait. You didn't wake up like right after the surgery.
Oh, I did, but I don't remember. I
Yeah.
don't remember
Yeah.
anything. My
Okay.
consciousness came to me when I was in the house.
And
And
like, were you carried in a wheelchair to your car?
I don't remember. I didn't know they had wheelchairs there for me.
Because there's
All
no
I
way you
remember
stood up.
is my mom told me that she had to help me walk to the car,
Okay, so you just stand up. Wow.
and oh yeah, and in the car I was trying to talk to her, but
You s-
I couldn't talk, so I whipped out my phone
oh,
and I tried to type something, but I didn't go well. Wait, let me whip it up. Let me whip it up.
uh-oh.
This
Did
is
you
what
send us some
I
drug
tried. I
text?
tried to type this. You see that?
What you said? I can't see it. I
It's
can't.
kind of hard.
It's kind of blurred out.
Focus. Well, it's a bunch of gibberish. That's all you need to know. It's
Okay,
Meth
what are you trying
Judge
to type?
MK.
What did it
So that
mean?
was fun.
What does that mean?
He told me that I tried to write several times and deleted all of it every time I tried to write. So that was very fun.
Yeah, dude, you called me at like around like 11 something, and I was like, "Oh shoot, here we go, some content." And then I picked up, and he was like, "No, no, no, no," and I was like, "You okay?" He was like, "Uh huh." And I was like, "Can I take a nap now?" It's like, maybe. And then he was like, I was like, "I can't record anything. I can't get any content." And he was like, eh. And I was like,
No,
"Okay."
once I heard that, I was like, "What's the point of me calling you? This is the only reason I
Yeah,
call.
I was just like,
I only called for the
I can't get
content."
anything from this. It was funny though. I was like, at least he didn't say anything racist.
Yo, that was the first thing I asked him. When I woke up, I asked my mom, "Did I say anything weird?" And she's like, "No." I'm like, "Oh, thank
And
goodness,
she's like, "Do you have something to
thank
say?"
goodness, thank goodness." No,
You
nothing.
have
No,
anything to say?
nothing to say. Nothing to say. They're all in my
So,
mind.
is this like your second pair of cotton balls, or like your third, or
This is like
the same one?
since I've been eating, it's like been like seventh or something.
Yeah, and you had to like they gave you like a water squirter to like.
They said to use that on, or they gave me like a water syringe. Told me to use that on
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah,
Friday.
yeah. A
Mm.
water squirter. Yeah,
Told
yeah,
me to
yeah.
use it on Friday though, so
Okay.
like 4 days from now. But I remember the first
So they
thing.
don't
Oh shoot.
tell you to clean it every day, every time you eat.
Um, they did not tell me to do that. No.
Oh,
Maybe I should ask.
Interesting.
Maybe I'll
okay.
ask. But when I
Ask
woke up,
because I
my
don't
mom
know.
knows me so well. Well, she knows me a little bit well. She put headphones, AirPods in my ears, put me on a chair, and was like, "You can go to sleep." But then she played the song I didn't like, so I asked her, classical music, please. They're like classical, but they didn't like that song, and she wanted to go to the Walmart to get my prescriptions and stuff. So I had to get up
Hmm.
with my tired, malnourished body and change the songs, and I like them. I like the songs. Yeah, that's all I have to say.
Good for you. Good for you. You did
Yep.
it. You have your teeth in hand.
Oh no, they didn't
Like
give it to me.
they didn't give it to you,
Wow. You
No,
just got scammed.
I mean they didn't give it to my
dude. You got
mom.
so scammed.
They didn't give it to my mom. I don't know. I don't know.
They just kept it, dude. I kept mine. Like it was like art of like, dude. This is part of me, dude.
Well, it was. No, I don't want to keep what. No, I'm just gonna pretend that I still have all
Dude,
my
it's
teeth.
huge. It's like this big.
I don't care. I'll look at a diagram.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
yes. Gonna make it like a DNA, like AI of you, just because of your off your teeth only.
It honestly didn't even hurt that much. Kind of surprised. Oh, it hurt a lot more.
Even after.
Yeah.
Hmm. Interesting.
It's so fun.
Andrew, you still have
It's like
all your teeth,
teleporting.
right? What? Okay, whatever. Andrew, you still have your teeth, right? Your wisdom teeth.
Yeah, I still have my wisdom teeth in. 3 of them grew out normally, and then one
Mhm.
grew out rotated at 90 degrees.
Mm. Mm.
Does
Yeah,
it bother you?
so I gotta get them.
It should.
It used to when it was like growing in because it would like push on my other teeth, and so then it would hurt. But now
Mm.
that it's just kind of done, like it hasn't hurt in a long time.
Hmm. Wow. Yeah. I don't think I need to get mine out at the time. but they just said just get out. Or no, I think they
Yeah.
did say I needed to get it out. I'm not sure, but I just got it out like when I was a senior, so like about 3-4 years ago in high school. Um, yeah, my experience was the same, except I kind of remember getting wheelchaired out to the car and saying weird stuff to my mom and other people. I told my mom I loved her, and then she was like, she recorded me. She was like, "You never say that," so it's kind of funny. I was like, "Okay," and
So
then
wholesome.
I said I love you to like a bunch of different like random people, and then they were like,
Oh,
"Yeah," and they were like, "Go to sleep."
Dave?
I didn't get one, but it's okay.
Well, you weren't.
Oh,
Yeah. Anyways,
oh,
it just means my consciousness didn't consider you worthy enough to get I love you.
what the? No, because I already know you love me, so you knew you didn't have to say it.
Okay. Yeah. So and then I took a nap and I woke up and like yeah, I was the same as Ethan. I had to like replace my cotton balls and every time I eat whatever. I would eat like jow, like rice porridge, like for like a week or something like that, and like Panera bread soups, which is pretty good.
You could eat mashed potatoes, I think,
Yeah,
as long as they're
yeah, but
smooth.
we're Asians. We don't make mashed potatoes, so
I think they're awesome. Mashed potatoes are S tier.
you're a quarter white.
Okay, okay.
My
Just
my family doesn't
because
make
I'm
it.
4% Irish doesn't mean anything. All right. I have no idea if that's true, but it
Oh,
could be.
well, we don't make mashed potatoes. Okay, we have rice. It's rice, rice, rice. And so one day they came in and got in and out, and I was like, they got like a double like for all my family. And then I was like, I see a sandwich, like a burger dish there, and like by itself, everyone had their own. And I was like, is this for me? And my dad was like, oh no, it's for me. I was like, and I couldn't eat it. But he was like, you want some? And I was like, yeah, I want some. And then he was like, you can cheat a little bit. And I was like, can I? He said, yeah. And I was like, you're not the orthodontist, but I trust you. So I cut a little part of it and I like ate with my front teeth, like, "Nyah, nyah, 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 nyah," and I like, "Nyah, nyah, nyah, nyah." And then I was just like, just swallowed through. Hopefully it doesn't touch the back of my teeth. And it was fine. I was like, we can't use straw. You can't suck straws. I think they told you that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't do that. Yeah, eat like, yeah, liquid foods, whatever. But yeah, I clean it often because I remember people would tell me like, if you get infection, like, well, basically they just said if you don't clean it well enough, you're gonna die. And I was like, what? Nothing. I mean, just as an infection, but whatever. Yeah. But look at you, little cheek.
I would recommend it. Even if you have your wisdom teeth, they grew in perfectly. Take them out anyway. Take them out anyway. It's fun.
For the fun
Fun.
of it. Yeah.
You want to be teleported? Can't get over it, bruh.
You can do that without getting your wisdom teeth out.
Maybe break your leg. Maybe you can break your leg and like, oh no, oh my leg hurts. I have to do surgery.
We would get from breaking a leg. Oh no. My leg, my leg, my
It
leg.
might hurt a little bit, but or maybe get your appendix removed. Ooh.
You know,
Okay.
I've heard stories. Yeah. No. We had a friend. He went to Vietnam and he got appendix like
First,
infection, whatever. Or I don't know.
appendicitis.
Something like that. Yeah, appendicitis. But like it's like infected or something, appendicitis, whatever. And it's in Vietnam, but they were in like a. He got sent to the hospital, but there was no painkillers. So yeah, the whole time, just like, and then he said he felt every single moment of it, and it was terrible. Yeah, and I was like, yeah, it's crazy. Actually, I would. Ooh,
Some of the risks, but the reward, if it goes well, worth.
is that you have a story to tell,
Yeah,
and it goes on the podcast.
and we get to use it on the podcast.
Yeah.
All for the content.
All for the content.
Mm-hmm.
Dang, that was his day. Okay.
How was y'all day? How was Andrew's day?
Tiring because we stayed up so late. But other than that, it's just work. And then now I'm here with you guys.
Yeah, kind of the same. Took classes. Went straight to work at 1, and then the Chick-fil-A. We talked about Chick-fil-A last episode, but like the honey pimento chicken sandwich they have released recently?
I have not
Yeah.
tasted it yet.
You haven't tasted it yet? Okay, so pimento. I never had pimento before, I think, but it's like kind of stinky. Not stinky, but like tangy, like one of the stronger cheeses. You know,
Yeah.
Ethan can't relate because he hates cheese, but
Yeah, I hate it.
yeah, Ethan hates cheese. You can
Wow.
share his. You can share his experience later why
despise
he
that.
hates cheese.
I mean, probably everyone watching knows, unless it's maybe in the future. But
okay, you know what? Go and explain why you don't like cheese.
it's nasty. It's
No,
rancid.
I remember one story you
No,
told me.
no, it's rancid. That's all I have to say. That's all I have to say about
You
the.
want me to share the story for you?
Sure. Share
Okay.
me a little story. Share me a little story you made up.
So he hates cheese, but what really made him hate cheese is he had a friend in like school. Um, they knew he hated cheese, and so they waved the cheese in front of his face, and he was like, "Get that away from me!" He was like, "I don't like cheese," and I was like, "No," he just rubbed it in Ethan's face again and again. He's like, "I hate cheese. Stop it. Go away." And he kept waving close and close to his face, and at one point Ethan started crying, and then he was like, "I hate cheese."
Bruh.
Oh, you were
If-
cheese bullied.
if that story was true, that friend betrayed me. All right, that friend betrayed me. He know what he did. If you're watching a podcast, probably aren't. But if you are, you know what you did. You knew I didn't like it.
Story is true.
But
you
that's
told me.
hypothetical.
No, you told me.
Nope, hypothetical.
Okay, sure. But anyways, yeah. So the pimento cheese I've been eating Chick-fil-A a lot. It's my go-to fast food restaurant just because it's fast and like even though it's like fried, it's still like on the healthier side, I want to say. Like on the healthier
You don't
side.
feel bad when you eat it.
I don't feel bad. Like Popeyes and churches and like all that stuff, I would kind of feel bad. But Chick-fil-A, I feel okay. And so I get like usually get my spicy deluxe
Okay.
sandwich, yeah. And then the fries and sweet tea. But I was like recently I've been like debating on like getting pimento or not, and I got pimento twice so far. Today I was like kind of on the mood for it, so I just leaned away from the pimento, and I think it's gonna die out. I don't think it's gonna stay too long on the menu, so y'all should probably try it soon if y'all want to.
I wonder how many
tried it.
times we're gonna bring up Chick-fil-A in this podcast. Go, Andrew. Go.
I tried it the other day on Saturday for the first
Mhm.
time, and I think I'm going to say that it's the best thing you can get from fast food. Like
What?
the single best item you can get from any fast food
mean,
anywhere.
Not
I
a
mean,
plate
yeah, sure.
from Panda Express.
Come at me, viewers.
I'll come at you.
No, he'll come at you, not in the
No.
viewer, not in the viewer.
No.
Yeah, I thought it was
I feel
really
like
good.
almost any burger from any other place would be better than the Chick-fil-A sandwich. Or whatever.
But
that
this is
sandwich
like the spicy sandwich with the pimento cheese on it is good. I thought it was really good.
I don't know.
It's like the honey too, so
Yeah.
it's really good.
I'm
I
biased.
the
I don't
honey
like
a lot.
cheese. I'm not high
Yeah,
on
yeah.
Chick-fil-A.
I mean, that's fine, but
I feel,
It's like
You can
one
I
have
to
feel
your
like there's
opinions.
got to be something else better.
it's like a 1 to 9 ratio that we don't like cheese. Yeah,
I don't
but
know.
It's pretty good. I liked it.
I think
Yeah.
Whataburger's got some good stuff.
Whataburger's good. I like Whataburger.
I think Whataburger has better stuff than Chick-fil-A.
I can't really say anything on that. Like, no, nah.
I think it does. I'm a Chick-fil-A hater. These guys, look at these
You're
guys.
you're a Chick-fil-A hater.
No, I don't hate it. It's fine. But would I go
There
to
we
it often? No, I wouldn't.
Whatever. But Whataburger's good too. Like, I'll get the sweet and spicy bacon burger, patty melt, all that stuff. It's good. Spicy ketchup. Wow, innovative.
Who would have thought?
That's pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah. Speaking of, McDonald's. There's this one thing. So what's y'all's favorite fry?
Oh,
Fast food. Favorite fry. Go.
kind of like Burger King's.
you don't belong here, buddy.
Wendy's is good. I don't know.
Yeah, Wendy's is good.
Well, no, Burger
I've never
King's is
had Wendy's.
good. Their burgers tragic, but Burger King fries.
Yeah, everything
I
else is
kinda like
tragic.
it.
Okay, Burger King fries. Okay.
Like Burger King
Fries?
is
What
Burger
the
King
heck?
is, but their fries. My sister loves.
So
Burger
it's just
King
normal fries, not like curly fries or anything like that. Okay, just fries.
Just fries. Yeah.
Okay.
Are we including animal fries from In-N-Out?
Yeah.
I still
Okay.
wouldn't pick it, but
It's up there.
In-N-Out has terrible fries, even if you
Yeah,
put
they have
yeah.
terrible
edible
fries.
style.
True.
It's
Too
cardboard, dude.
salty and
Yeah.
too thin. Too. I
Wait,
don't
too
know.
salty. Okay, people actually say like it's flavorless.
Cardboard.
I
Yeah,
think
it has
it's
no
salty.
flavor.
But depends.
I
It
kind of
depends on how you
like
get it.
less salt on my French fries.
Yeah. But if you look at the back, you see like the carton full of potatoes, so it's real. But then you see how white the potatoes are because it's like skin peeled, but then it turns out really like dark. I think it's just the oil they have. Like they reuse the oil over again.
They use a different type of oil, I think.
Oh.
I want to say it's like sunflower seed oil or something.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like weird.
Why do you know that?
It came up on Saturday because I was talking about fast food with the kids at church too.
Oh.
I was
Oh,
like,
shoot.
we're talking about like which one's good and whatever. But yeah,
Okay, so yeah,
different oil.
favorite fries.
I mostly pick. I like Chick-fil-A fries.
Yeah,
Waffle fries are
No. Waffle
they're
fries.
fun.
Bro, they're
You know?
not fun. Bro.
They're fun to eat.
They're fun to eat.
Oh, I'm trying to be
Yeah.
different. No, it's just inconvenient. You have to fries. It's one stick, one convenient little stick for you. It's like,
Yeah, this one is like it's a big like a chip. You
This one
dip
you have
it,
to
so
like
you get some sauce on it.
kind of like shove it in your. You have to open your mouth. Actually, I don't want to do that.
I
Fries,
mean,
it's
Oh,
like
you don't want to open your mouth for eating?
the least amount of efforts would be the straight piece because you just
Well, do you really get like one piece per like fry and just put in your mouth? You get like bunches of it and put it in.
yeah. That's one. I mean, that's even more reason.
No, I'm a one at a time.
It depends on the size of the fry, but
Well, exactly, because waffle fry you have more surface area, so you get more value.
waffle fries seem less shareable as well. Even though
Yeah.
you probably don't want to share it,
Okay,
but
yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
because
fries
I feel like
is
they
not
don't
a
give you as much.
sharing thing.
Like it takes too much space in the carton. Feels like it takes too much space in the carton. You don't get the sticks. You just plop it in there. Man, it's like efficient. But waffle fries, they like take up the space, and they even have the holes in them.
What's wrong with the holes in them? Like it's a waffle
Like,
fry. Like hello?
I'm trying to get the most. Just give me a potato. Honestly, I'll take that. I will take that over a waffle fry. Just more
Wow.
convenient. Give me a potato with some salt on it. All right.
No. Wow. Okay.
So why waffle fries? Why waffle fries?
Or who are you asking?
You.
Oh, me? No, like as fast food fries, I guess. Yeah. Like I like the peanut oil. I guess like it tastes good. They usually don't get soggy as quickly as like McDonald's or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, and then just the texture kind of thing of having a waffle shape rather than like a stick fry.
Okay.
It changes it up,
But could you eat it without the Chick-fil-A sauce?
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
not a
Chicken-
ketchup guy.
You're not a sauce
Oh.
guy?
No, I like eating my fries just straight up fries.
I mean, I'm sometimes like that.
I mean, like if I have Chick-fil-A sauce, then I
If they're
will
good fries,
use it.
then
Yeah.
if they're like
Okay, what's a bad fry?
if they're too salty,
In-N-Out.
like In-N-Out,
Okay.
I gotta have ketchup to get rid of
Yeah.
that salt.
Well,
Or like any salty fry.
well, In-N-Out texture is like cardboard. Like that's one thing. Salt or not, it's just like cardboard.
Cardboard and no flavor.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
for example, I went to Chick-fil-A today, right? And my waffle fries were really salty, and I was like, I gotta cover this in the sweetness of the Chick-fil-A sauce. So I was like, I gotta like balance it out
I don't know. I think
because it was
Chick-fil-A
really salty.
people like Chick-fil-A sauce.
Yeah,
It's not that good. It's just a fancy ranch, I guess.
What?
It's
Oh
the
my gosh.
worst cane sauce. Yeah.
That's a bad analogy. It's probably like
It's-
closer to
bro,
like honey mustard.
Honey
or something.
mustard.
Oh,
Yeah.
I actually love honey mustard more.
That's the same. It's basically the same
honey
thing.
mustard.
No, it's not. It's got that weird. I don't know. It's like salty and sweet. Like it's a little too salty for the sweetness. I haven't
Your
had it in a
taste
while. I'm
buds
not
are
gonna
off,
lie.
mother.
I think
Salty In-N-Out fries and salty Chick-fil-A
Yeah.
sauce.
I never
You
said I
gotta
liked
get
it.
those-
Salty and out
you gotta,
fries.
yeah, you gotta get other stuff in your mouth checked besides your wisdom teeth.
I don't think that's a
Like,
problem.
Check him out.
I
your
think
mouth.
I think I have the popular opinion here. It's just I'm filled with a bunch of Christians, and they all, oh yeah, it's the Lord's chicken. It's got to be good.
What does that mean?
I'm a Christian
Could
too.
be-
I'm a Christian.
I could be
but
objective.
no, you're not. Trust me, you're not.
What?
Every Christian backs it up by saying it's the Lord's chicken. Love that.
It is.
Love me some Lord's chicken. It's not that good. I'm sorry. The Lord needs better chicken. But
Yo.
I'm
Watch
down for
yourself.
supporting. I'm down for supporting the Lord. That's why I go there still. But I also go to Panda Express.
Dude. Yeah.
And for that I do not have a popular opinion. But I
This
will
guy
stay mine.
out of there. This guy's out of there.
Man, nah, we can't agree on everything. Y'all two a little too similar.
No, we're not actually.
Y'all are
'Cause
both
I'm not a burger
foodies.
connoisseur. I don't like
But
burgers
you like
that.
food. You like food like that. Though.
Yeah.
You're a generalist.
Yeah. Who doesn't like food? What?
Ethan, apparently.
Hey man, I like what I like, and y'all like bad stuff. So that's all I have to say.
Okay.
Oh.
So this is our last podcast episode. The group is breaking up.
Thanks for
Yeah, we're
tuning.
just splitting up.
Thanks for
We're
tuning in.
splitting up.
What was the
'cause this
topic
guy-
for this episode?
Well, yeah, it kind of makes a perfect segue because
Yeah.
we're talking about what are we doing, David?
We're talking about girls, and apparently he doesn't like what we like. So what does that mean?
Oh,
He likes
sorry.
boys?
He likes guys?
Whoa, I didn't think about. Wait, yo, calm down. There's some bad rumors being spread about me, and it's a bit my fault. But y'all are also the problem. Spreading these rumors, spreading these jokes. You
say-
call them.
You set yourself up too
Mm-mm.
easily, man. And you go along with them.
It was funny in the past, but I'm trying to get a clean slate going. It's not going too
Alright,
well,
alright.
but
Clean slate.
I'm trying to get
Okay.
that clean slate. I always got
I
to
wonder what these-
preface.
I wonder what these jokes could be.
I'm not gonna bring up those jokes.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah. Okay. Well, on the topic, yeah, of dating. Crazy how we go from fries to dating. Oh,
I like
dude,
my
we came
fries how
out-
I like my girl. Not salty and a little skinny.
All right.
Okay. So
Yeah, no,
Andrew
you're not
likes his
saying
girls like a
anything.
waffle. Andrew prefers waffle girls.
Yeah. So
a bunch of
like,
holes
you know,
and takes up a lot of
Yeah.
space.
yeah, like you like your skinny fries. I like them a little bit more wide, you know?
Oh,
You
Okay.
gotta have like the curves of the waffle. Oh man, this episode's gonna be
And he doesn't
Oh,
like sauce
man.
on him. He doesn't like sauce on him.
yeah.
Wait, the
That means
oh,
makeup girls,
Oh,
no
goodness.
makeup. He likes them
All
pure as they are.
natural.
all
Natural.
natural. Honestly,
All the teeth are there, as long as all the teeth are
honestly, I don't like makeup on girls. I think it looks weird.
there. Ooh, okay. So why?
I don't know. Seems fake. I guess it makes them. It only makes them slightly prettier. Like I don't know. Like when I look at girls without their makeup, they look better in my opinion than when they have makeup on.
Okay,
Okay.
so like, have you ever seen a girl really without makeup on?
I guess that's true. I guess I can't differentiate.
Yeah, because like a lot of times when you like think about
But-
like a girl who's like, oh, like she doesn't have that much makeup on, she looks good. It's like she actually has makeup on. It's just not like in your face about it, you know?
But an example I do have is my sister. She had homecoming. She
Oh, yeah,
usually doesn't
yeah.
wear makeup. She put makeup on. I'm like, I was freaked out. I actually screamed in her face.
Yeah. No, I'm sure she wears makeup like all the time. It's just
She's
very
not-
it's not noticeable.
She's a tomboy. so she doesn't wear makeup.
He doesn't wear makeup.
Evie's the one that wears makeup.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm just shouting names. Yeah, she's the one that. Evie's the one that wears makeup.
Yeah.
Makeup a lot.
I mean, each to their own. You know, like depends like the amount of makeup as well. You know, because like, what's the joke around? It's like, oh wow, she's like a powder donut. You know, like yeah. But each to their own. I mean, I too prefer like all natural. Like, cause then you'll just yeah, but get used to it. But I mean, even I don't know, girls just do what they do to make them feel less insecure about themselves or whatever.
I'm here to bring confidence, and we're a girl podcast. Here to bring confidence to the girls. Don't put makeup on. You're beautiful the way you are.
And you know what? I'm
Time
going
to
to
check my
swing the other
socials.
way.
You're gonna swing the other way? Go for it.
I'm going to swing the other way. Like, you can look good in makeup and
Yeah.
like a
You
lot of makeup.
can.
You know, like people like do like the different color like eyeshadows or whatever, and like the longer, I don't know what they call them. But like, you know, to add it to eye, like it can look good. But you know, it's
I
just
agree.
you gotta find your thing. And
I agree.
so if you do makeup poorly, then you look poorly. But you do makeup well, then you look well.
Wait, I have a question. Do you think
Yeah.
makeup is for other girls, or do you think it's for guys
I think it's for themselves.
themselves?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's for themselves.
Like,
Like girls who already have guy friend or boyfriends, whatever, like they still dress nice and everything, but it's not for the necessarily just for the guy. It's like, just for themselves. And then maybe other girls too. I mean, I don't know, but I feel it's mainly for themselves. So they look cute, feel cute, whatever. Yeah, I think my opinion. Yeah, that brings me another topic. Do y'all like red lipstick? Because I do not think red lipstick looks good.
no, it's not. Unless you're Taylor Swift, but
Oh yeah, you're right.
then
You're
you're
right.
then you're a little different.
You're right. Then you're Travis Kelsey. Yeah. Yeah. But then like it's just a hassle too. Like lipstick in general, or like really strong lipstick, because then they'll eat and they wipe their face and like boom, like they just see all the napkin, and then like oh man, I remember one time Andrew and I ate out and we went to SoCal and we have a friend there, families we know really well. They have 3 kids and everything, and we ate out with the kids at Holdak and Lee and a bunch of people. Like okay, yeah, her name
Portable couch.
and she has like she likes to wear makeup. Okay, I'm saying the name because like just because why not? Anyways, but like it's so funny because she had a water cup, and she just like she just kissed it, and then you see the like lips, the red lips, and then Andrew's like, I need water, and then she's like, want to take mine? And then Andrew's like, ooh, sure, and then he just. This is funny to me, but like again, like it's really strong. Like I don't see the. Well, I guess sure it looks cool to them, but it's just like a hassle. I feel like to eat too. But
Oh, okay. No, I'm okay with like lipstick and stuff. I think it looks good, but there are a lot of times where like you can obviously do it wrong and it doesn't match like the outfit or whatever. So,
mm,
you know, but I had like, they want to do it and they want to put up with the hassle, like,
yeah,
go
that's
off,
true.
queen.
Go off, queen. Yeah, yeah. I mean, makeup looks good. It's just again, each their own. Yeah. So that goes into ideal types then.
Oh
Because we're
shoot.
talking about makeup and what we would prefer. So then why not just go to the bigger broad?
You know what?
route?
If there are any girls listening at this point still, and you're just like fuming, leave us a comment.
Oh,
Let us know.
We're getting the engagement. Y'all
Yeah.
suck. Y'all have no idea what we go through. All right,
Girls, you don't know how long this takes. Sisters,
girl, you don't even know.
you don't even know.
And that's why Andrew's gonna describe the best girl. Go.
Oh,
The ideal girl.
Ideal girl.
his ideal girl. Okay,
Oh man, I have. Okay, you want the real one or you want the funny one?
what is that supposed to mean?
What the heck?
But
What
there's a.
the heck?
Oh shoot! David's
Dude,
camera turned
Dude,
off.
you said something. It went
What-
haywire. What does it
Oh,
say? Please.
oh my
says
gosh!
Elgato.
Technical difficulties. I mean,
Oh, please run Camera Hub to use. Oh, okay, hold on.
Yeah, make sure your shirt's on when you turn it on.
Dude. Okay,
Oh.
I'm good. I just crashed for a second. My shirt's on, dude.
we'll share that story later.
All right, go for it.
All right, yeah. So what does it mean? I mean, I have a joke one that I tell a lot of people. But I'm like, it's like a joke, but then I'm like, haha, like I'm just joking, obviously. But like, unless or like, what if, you know? So ideally, should be crazy rich, uh, and an orphan. So
What
basically,
the heck?
Batman. Uh, like
Wait, I've
I
never
wanted to
heard
deal with
this.
another. I don't have to deal with another side of a family. She's
Oh, what
orphaned.
the
Like,
heck?
yeah,
Wait, have you
and then
heard this from him,
rich is,
David?
huh?
I wonder if you told David.
I don't. Yeah, I don't know if I told him, but yeah, like rich because I'm okay with being a trophy husband. Like, I have no problem with that. And yeah, orphaned means less family to deal with, no in-laws,
That's true, actually. Hey, you thought about
right?
this?
I don't
Right,
know.
right,
More
right.
family, the better.
What's the deal with man?
What?
What's the
I
deal?
mean,
With
I
I
don't
mean,
know. The stereotype on the media is, you know, the step family is uncool or yeah,
yes,
yeah,
disapproving. Yeah.
that is the stereotype.
yeah,
I don't know,
but
but I feel like you marry a good person, you meet their family, you become best friends. It's really
yeah, but
nice.
then I gotta do like 2 Thanksgivings or like I gotta
That is
pick one,
true.
you know.
Like you could
And
decide
like,
with your spouse, like, okay, yeah, like who goes on here, and
yeah,
like, oh, this year they go here. Oh, you want,
Hmm.
I gotta spend more of the money I don't make, my wife's money on like Christmas gifts. Rough, rough
yeah.
living.
So okay, that's your ideal. Is that your
That
funny?
that's my funny.
Okay, that's your funny.
But
What's
like
your
Okay.
also like,
It could be like it could be a
hey,
thing. It could be.
I ain't gonna say no,
It could.
you know. So
This is
like,
such a spicy
you know,
episode.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
yeah, this was gonna be the spicy episode.
Yeah.
Uh, but like a real answer. Okay. So like, we all have like the stipulation, like, oh, she's gotta, be Christian. For me, like she gotta love Christ and, have a heart of like sacrificial, serving, giving and stuff. We were always gonna be for the local church and serving in that capacity, our PAY region and stuff like that. It's like that's all gotta be there. So that's like, okay, whatever. Um, but other than that, like I don't know. If you want like looks and stuff, I don't have like ideal look. I like short hair. So anything like over, like not past the shoulders. I like short hair. Uh, but what I like is that they have like some passion that they're like into, right? So if it's like dancing or they like to do art or like music or they're really passionate about, I don't know, pottery or something, like it's just something that they do and they love doing it. I think that's just awesome. Um, and like, I want to engage with them in that like passion. I want to, help them like, aspire to do what they want to do with it. And I think that's just cool. So that's something I guess I don't know, like something that you look for, I guess. Yeah. But does that answer your question, or you
Yeah.
want me to talk
Good
about something
good
else?
answer.
It's
Good
completely
answer.
your ideal type.
Girls, check
Yeah.
off the checklist. Check off the checklist. Oh, that's me.
Yeah.
That's me.
No, 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 don't do that.
Yeah, we're all.
No, 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 no. If you're
What do
that,
you mean we're
then in the
all?
comments,
What do you mean we're all?
put your phone number.
If you're interested, type our name, phone number, your phone number.
Andrew's
Yeah.
phone number will be down in the description.
Yeah. How many surviving parents do you have? Stuff like that.
What the heck?
Uh,
How much money you got? Oh shit! Your occupation. Okay, Ethan, what's yours? What's your ideal type then?
I think everyone knows mine. Girl.
See, I think this is where we need the clarification. And
Yeah,
we need
because this is
to,
where the jokes come out. You just say girl,
yeah.
and like
Oh, you're right.
A never comes out. Like
Okay. There are some rules. There are some rules. And don't everyone type at once. Okay, there's some rules. Of course, it has to be a Christian. Yeah, I think that's a default answer for all of us. But has to be Christian. Has to be over 18, preferably.
No.
Preferably. What does that
Preferably.
mean, dude?
The 18. Yeah, over 18. I'm not good at this. Okay. Over 18 and we think I think the next one's pretty important. Yeah, they're a woman.
Okay, so girl over 18
And
and a
Jesus.
woman.
Yeah.
And I'm like the Jesus Christian.
default,
I'm going to say it's going to be unless you have something extra like
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, oh, she's a
Okay.
worship person.
And I
so,
guess
you know.
if I'm picky, this is what I would want, alright?
All
If
right,
I'm
go for it.
picky, I would want preferably an Asian that I don't care about height. Height doesn't matter to me. Trying to think. There
So
wasn't
if
a
she
short
was
feature.
taller than you, you'd be okay with
Is he
that.
I think
already
that'd be
taller?
cool.
You're already a tall dude.
Like,
Yeah.
I think that'd be
Oh.
cool because every girl I know is shorter than me.
Okay.
So I think it'd be cool. It'd be cool to
Yeah.
have a little difference. So I don't mind. If she's a gigantic, yeah, I wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't mind. Like, there is a little bit
Alright.
of a rule I have.
Yeah.
Again, his French fry. That's why he likes his girls like his French fry. It's just stick.
Like, that's what I am. A stick. Okay. And there is another rule. My sister is 2 years younger than me, so I prefer them to be at least 1 year younger than me, so they're not the age of my sister, because that's kind of weird. But only if I'm picky. Only if I'm picky. Only if I'm picky.
That is weird
Yeah.
of a thing, I guess.
Like,
Yeah.
imagine you're dating someone and they go to like the same high school or something. Like, what the heck? Or same
Well,
college or
So
something.
like,
And they
what
know
if
each
you
other.
like you grow older? You know, you grow older, right?
It wouldn't
And
matter when
so-
I'm older. Check.
What the
Oh
heck,
shoot,
man?
he died again.
What the heck, man?
All right, we'll cut this part out.
No, he won't.
It's all in.
Please learn camera how to use.
But like, you know the rule, or like the rule that some people have, like for how young you can date, the half your age plus 7.
Yeah, you taught me that. I just learned it from you.
Okay, yeah. So the rule is like, if you're 20, you divide your 20 by 2 is 10, and then you add 7. So the youngest person you can date is 17. But
My
you know,
rule.
obviously, as you grow older, you know that gap gets much bigger. So if you were 50, divided by 2 is 25 plus 7 is 32. That's 18 years difference, right? So do you think you would change that rule as you grow older?
Yeah, probably. I probably wouldn't care when I'm older. I'm probably desperate when I'm older. Heck,
You're
you're
trying to say, buddy.
you're 42? I'm down.
Oh, what?
And I'm like 35 or something. Okay, let's calm down. Let's calm down.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, preferably a woman over
Yeah.
18.
So,
Whoa.
oh,
Dang.
whoa.
I'm a Matrix, yo. Okay. I think I'm
Sorry for the FLC warning.
Yeah, I'm
back.
glad we put that
Okay,
warning in the
it's a
beginning.
little Glitchy.
Yeah, yeah. Our editor will do it.
Whoa, look at you
Yeah,
guys.
do your work, editor. Pathetic.
But yeah, I mean, I think your issue was more of like a life stage, right? Because you're in college, your sister's in high school, so like dating someone who's also in high school
I don't
would
know.
be
I
kind
feel
of
like
weird, right?
I don't know. Dating someone who's I don't know about older siblings since I don't have one, but I don't know. Would it be the same older sibling wise if you were younger and you dated someone who was the same age as like your older brother or sister? I don't know. I would do.
No,
I don't
I
know.
don't think so.
I mean, I don't care that much. Literally,
Mm.
woman.
Well, yeah. So my youngest, like the sister right below me, is 5 years younger than me. So I have plenty of space. But like, I agree. Like, if they're in the same age or whatever, I guess at that point, maybe in the future, like I'm a 28 and they're like 23. I guess that's okay.
If I'm
But, like-
desperate, I don't care. Like, literally.
Okay. Okay. Are you desperate?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet. Okay.
All right. Sure. Yeah. Okay. So that's your ideal type, though.
What's your ideal type, David?
Wow. Nothing about anime.
I would I guess prefer.
If you're picky, yeah. Prefer.
Literally doesn't have to watch anime with me. Just has to know
So
that
what if
I'm
she
gonna watch
forbids
anime.
you to watch anime?
Ooh.
Depends. How old am I?
You're okay. You're 23.
Not yet. I'll give it like 5. I'll give it 10 more years.
Anime over girl. Anime over girl. Your 2Ds versus your 3D.
You're asking a
I
foolish
don't-
question, David.
Huh?
What a
What?
foolish question you just asked.
Okay, so what's the answer then?
Ethan.
He showed his little figure. All right, whatever, dude. All right.
That's all I have to say.
Okay.
Man, spit, David.
I mean, yeah, Christian's the default. Yeah, but yeah, loves to serve the Lord. Loves to, yeah, that'd be great. What's it called? Preferably Viet. Like I don't mind others, is like other ethnicities, but just like cultural wise, it's probably better just for Vietnamese. What else? Preferably, yeah, height wise, I would like same height or less because I'm a little short. I'm like 5'7".
No, okay, I guess we're rounding up.
What do you mean? I'm 5'7", dude. What?
It's
That's all my
okay.
insurance. That's all my physical. Like, what do you want from me?
Never being all nice to you, David.
Whatever, dude. It's in my ID. Lately, my ID. What else? Yeah, preferably because like, yeah, kind of short for the average American, but for Asian, it's a different. Okay, I meet the standard. What's it called? Yeah, I prefer someone who's passionate something. Not someone who's too high maintenance, by the way, because like, if they're, I mean, I get it. A lot of people like to control some, their what they want and blah blah blah, and I get that. It's just, a little leniency would be great. Not too strict. And then the preferably things like the little tiny things you would be like picky about. I would prefer someone active, like gym, sport, just or at least willing to try a sport. Like you played pickleball recently, like yeah, pickleball's a growing sport. Why not?
I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
understand the hype, but
yeah. I
a lot
mean,
of people play it.
it's a really chill sport. But anyways, yeah, someone preferably active, preferably just picky if I was really picky about it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Just because I'm very like to be active guy, like sports and like gym and all that stuff is kind of like what I like to do, and it'd be nice. At least like someone who cares about their health, or like at least willing to change their health thingy. But yeah, okay, the age range then, Andrew.
Age range.
Does that matter to you?
But there's definitely a range, obviously. Yeah, I prefer more of a similar like life stage. So like I'm out of college, I'm working, so I prefer someone who's in that. But it's not a hard and fast rule. Like if they were more independent and like still in like college, whether they like probably not like 20 or 21 years old, but they're older, but they just are still going through college. Maybe they started late. Like that's still fine. But yeah, it's just kind of like this life stage. As long as they're kind of in the same arena that I'm in, and that you know, dating them or something wouldn't be like so different and foreign to either of us. You know. Yeah.
Yeah.
So do we got to ask Ethan the same question?
No, we got his answer.
Should we make sure?
Okay, Ethan, please clarify.
Over 18.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So
I mean,
40 years old.
I think everyone wants one, preferably in their age range. But yeah.
Can't be too picky, right, Ethan?
Man, it's tough. It's tough these days, man. Well,
Oh
some
yeah,
horror
these days.
stories being spread.
These days. Yeah, these days.
Some horror
Um,
stories.
these days. Yeah, I think me too. Just to, I actually, I think most the girls I would usually go for are usually older than me, like a year or two or three.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know.
Wait, what?
It's,
They're always older than you?
They usually always been older than me.
Is David the only one with experience? No. Andrew's got. It's just me. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, I usually go for the older just because not to like the stereotype, but like most of the time they are in the more mature. But yeah, I agree with the life stage thing. That might be different. But I am in my last year of college, so it's more flexible. I don't know. I have to go back to school for like another 2 years. So I'm not sure for my master's. Um, but yeah, I agree with Andrew. Like, should if dating is like hard for you, then probably not in the right stage yet. Or it's hard for me to like. It's just hard for us to date. Then yeah, probably not the best timing. But yeah,
So none of us in here have an issue if he's older than us. Okay.
Yeah, no.
Sometimes that's a deal breaker for people. Like, girls think the guy should be older. So, they don't want to be older than the guy. Sometimes I hear that's the thing.
get that. Like the like I don't know. I guess security or safety. Like oh wow,
Yeah.
like what the Koreans say, oppa. Like they're just there's someone to take care of them. I guess, but I think
Okay.
maturity
Yeah.
still like factors in. Like if they feel safe because of the person's maturity, then sure, like.
Mhm.
But I used to actually, yeah, hate that stereotype because I was like, dang, I can't go for any of the girls I like now. But yeah,
Girl.
yeah. So that's that. Um,
And you didn't have a issue with height either, being a shorter king.
I'm pretty sure he said he prefers.
yeah.
He prefers someone his
Oh, you
height.
do?
Wait. Okay. 5'7" is not that short.
I
Okay.
don't know. That's oof.
I don't wake up for anything less than 6'3".
Dude, Andrew, aren't you like 5'9"?
That doesn't matter.
Dude, you're
It
5'9".
might, maybe a little bit. If I find a girl that's 6'3", dang, bro, dang.
Yeah, she's going to the NBA. Hopefully, I can go off her. I can hopefully get off her paycheck.
I won't be the one defending the house. She got it. She got it. Like I don't.
Okay.
I'll be there for backup, but just one look, I'd be scared. Whoa! Oh goodness!
He sees a mosquito. Babe, get that. I can't get it.
Come on, you're
Huh?
6,000 times the size.
Yeah.
Because it's probably like 1 inch.
But yeah, okay, let's touch on a
6,000
subject.
inches.
Let's
Oh,
touch on a
okay.
subject that we kind of touched on earlier about like how hard it is nowadays. Like, do y'all think it's harder now? Because in the life or in the in the arena you guys are in, like Andrew, he's in his 30s, and Ethan and I are like in our 20s, young 20s.
We got
think
the
it's hard?
gap. Yeah, how was it back in your day, hey Andrew?
Whoa, okay, dang.
We used to get arranged marriage.
Wait,
back in the
actually?
day.
Really?
No, I'm just
Oh,
kidding.
okay.
Hold on, I can go pee real quick.
Okay.
Oh, my man's really ruining the juice with his restroom
Hey,
break.
that's a pretty good
You shoulda-
under the cushion.
Under
foot.
the cushions. Under the cushions. One day,
Under
maybe
the
one day.
I thought you could get it in. Anyways,
Ah, it's not
back.
the same without
What were we
everyone
doing?
here. Oh, what were we doing?
what's the question?
Dang
Ask it again, and then we can just cut it.
Oh, how was it back in your day?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. How was dating back in my day? I had to
Back in
think
your
a lot. I had to think way back to when I was your age.
Hey.
Okay, buddy.
Okay. No, like when you're in school, it's more easy, right? Because like it's more of a social thing. You see a lot more people every day. Then you like make friends, and you like have the same classes and stuff. then you like hang out after school. So like, when I was in high school, like I don't think it was hard. You just ask out a girl and like, oh, you want to be my boyfriend? You want to be my girlfriend? And you're like, yeah,
That seems kind of
and
hard.
yeah, um, yeah. So in my case, it's easy when I get the signals and I'm like, okay, you know, I know. So in my experience, that's how I got girlfriends back in high school. It's like it was really obvious. One of them like outright said it, and then the other one, it was like, you know, obviously we're flirting and stuff. And so when I asked, I know I was gonna like say she's gonna say yes or whatever. So um, but yeah, when you go to college and stuff, then it becomes a little bit more difficult because it's not really as closed an environment. You're going through different classes and different schools in your college and stuff. And so like you got to go to more social events, but like as a introverted person, like I didn't do that a lot, so I didn't date anyone in college. And as you go into the workforce, it's like it becomes more difficult because then like it's either the people you work with, and then if you don't really like any of those, then there's not much else you can look for. I'm a software developer, so my workplace is mostly dudes. Uh,
Perfect.
so yeah, not many fish in that sea, as they say.
Hmm.
So yeah, it becomes difficult, and then especially with like the culture of how it's changing. Nowadays, people are like putting having a family, having kids and stuff, you know, lesser on their list of things that they want for the life, and like having good friends and traveling, having money, being successful. That's on the rise. So people are choosing to pursue those things rather than you know uh personal relationships, family, children, and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So
that's
yeah.
my excuse.
Oh yeah, that's your excuse.
Yeah,
That's your excuse.
people
That's 20.
people just want money, man.
Yeah,
I don't understand.
Yeah.
same though.
Me too. You're right. We just like money. Okay. So why is it hard for us, Ethan?
Bro, you're asking the wrong person, man. Yeah,
Why? Okay.
from
Clearly
my
not. 'Cause-
experience with
Huh.
y'all have way more experience. David, I think if we ranked it, David has the most experience, followed by Andrew, and then me. And if we had a guest, he'd be over me or she.
Wait, okay. How many people have you dated, David?
Yeah. So not like
Bro, every time we
sure
go
you
to
can
hang
count
out,
one.
bro.
Andrew's counting like
No,
5.
bro, I'm at 3 too.
Okay, he's at 3. So
So
technically, Andrew has more experience. Like, sure, you can have as many crushes as you want, but like, or like interest or like curious, like you're interested, like curious about the person. But like, it's just it's just interest, not like you actually went for it. I've only gone for like maybe like 2 or 3 ever,
See? Experience.
but like the success rate, Andrew's like 100. He's 3 out of 3. Okay, he's
Oh,
on all of them.
wait, is that true?
it's technically true.
So did you get rejected, Andrew? Ever?
Wait, yo.
I didn't want to say rejected, but when I poked, like you like try to go a little bit, move the relationship like towards like, hey, do we want to start, ask each other out or like dating? Then it's like, oh, she got a boyfriend. I'm like, all right,
Oh,
Okay, so that's how you
There you-
indirectly get rejected, just because.
yeah. So I
That
didn't like
makes sense.
ask her out, and then I found out. But then it's like,
Yeah,
I'm
the
interested in
firewall was there.
her. Yeah, and then I found out.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So then technically you are successful, 100%. Because I wouldn't count that as reject because like there was just no opportunity. But like in this one, it's like 3 out of 3. So yeah, he
Yeah,
scored.
100%.
He finally used.
Good
Wait,
for you.
Andrew's 100. Dang, never
Yeah. So
mind.
technically
Yeah, I guess we're
he
kicking David
scored
out.
the most.
Yeah.
Yeah, I shoot you kill.
Okay. You go.
Headshot.
But yeah,
Shot!
like okay, so we have like me, like I guess I'll shoot to kill, but David, you've been shooting, you know, and sometimes you don't get the kill.
The people
Get
watching,
the
the people
kill.
watching, just smirking out of their minds.
I don't get the kill.
But Ethan, have
What's
you
up?
Have you
shot?
shot? Yeah. You been to the range?
No, I guess. Well, kindergarten, I guess.
Oh,
Yeah, I was
oh
like,
yeah,
"Hey, you want to be my
playground, yeah,
girlfriend?" Yeah.
yeah,
Nice.
Oh, so you say yes. She said yes.
100%.
I'm 100%.
100%.
If we're counting kindergarten, oh, bro, I was a player, man. I was
Technically,
a
he
player.
hasn't missed any shots because he haven't shot any. And the one he shot, he did shoot. It was 100%. So technically,
Yep.
he's success rate. You're all the
Yep.
same. I'm just a loser.
I don't know. It's hard to find. I think the problem. I know the answer. The problem for us, or just anyone that's a Christian, is finding another Christian.
No,
I
not
actually don't think so.
Really? You
No.
I don't think
really?
so.
I guess it's
No.
just me. Never mind, guys. I mean, I'm just unfactual. I have no
Okay.
experience.
So like I'm thinking of like your church and then like our like region and around your age, maybe.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe around your age.
It's just the environment you're in right now.
Yeah, I think there's a little gap there, yeah. But other than that, like nah, they're Christian girls out there.
I don't know.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's just like
Really?
if
Oh.
you want to go Vietnamese route too, like, then you have to go like Hoi Dom camps, whatever. But
Yeah, where the
there's-
magic happens.
Yeah, where the magic
I
happens.
don't know.
Black magic.
What?
I don't like it.
What?
Oh,
Oh.
really? Dude, my parents met at Hoi Dom.
Yeah. And I met girls at Hoi Dom too.
Yeah, me too.
But there ain't no ring on this finger.
Well, the
That one
problem
fit
with
the orphan and the money maker description.
Yeah, she got both her parents still.
Ah, that's so lame.
But yeah, I mean, yeah. I think for Ethan and I, why it's so hard, maybe just the environments we're in. Like in college, like we don't go out of our way. Like we were not in
I mean,
clubs.
David has chances.
I only know volleyball people and like some like high school friends, but like
He's
I
got
don't go for them.
options. Well, now he doesn't have any.
I don't. I don't have
He
any
used to
options,
have
dude.
options.
I don't think it was any like it's just interest. Like but then like half of them are like, far away, whatever, blah blah blah. But yeah, I mean, it's just I don't think we put ourselves out there enough. Or rather we just
that's
don't want
true.
to. Just because
Yeah.
you kind of want to keep it you kind of want to find someone in the circle we're already in. Yeah,
Yep.
maybe.
Yep.
So like
I
camps
want to
in
know
like our
them.
region and like Hoi Dom, like just in our same sphere.
If I don't know them, then it's
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. Like, would you do? Would y'all do blind dates?
no. If I'm desperate, heck.
Can't believe you said that because I was going to say yes. And it's not because I'm like desperate. It's just like I don't know. Maybe I was gonna like ask us too. Like, are we being too picky? Like,
That's true.
there's
That's true.
girls out there, but like, are we just being a little bit picky about who we choose? And like, you always ask like your parents or your parents and stuff will tell you like, yeah, it's not like we were perfect for one another, but like, yeah, they just
True.
still committed to one another and love each other.
I don't know. My parents said they were the perfect match.
Well, some
Well,
people,
clearly, it could be true just because your dad got rejected like 4 times.
He's a Chad, bro. Everyone who knows me, actually not everyone who knows me, but my group of people know the story. Maybe I'll share it one day.
Okay. Yeah. But
What a
maybe we
Chad.
could be a little too picky. But yeah, I mean, again, like I think we all kind of agree. Like we'd like to know them more. I'm not saying like blind dates you don't get to know them. It's just I don't know.
We just don't put any effort in. I know I don't.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
probably don't put effort in.
Yeah.
I'm
Thank
sorry,
you.
Heck, we're
I don't put
recording a
effort in.
podcast. We could be out there. We could be out there wooing. Well, actually, we're wooing the girls. Right. This is actually a plot to get some girls.
Do the portable couch.
Yeah, the portable couch. Portable. This is all this was all a dating sim.
Conspiracy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I
So this is
got
why.
you, dude.
This is not why I wanted this podcast. Yeah. I mean, okay. So I guess another topic comes in. We're gonna try to like target like a lot of things about dating in this episode. So would y'all do long distance? Like example, Hoydom, something happened.
I couldn't.
SoCal, Washington, like blah 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 blah. Like
I don't know. It's not the same. I want to hang out with them. I want to eat at restaurants with them or something, or a movie.
Yeah, in restaurants. Okay. Okay. What do you think, Andrew?
I mean, definitely like you prefer someone who's like local that you can be together and like go on actual dates and whatever. Um, I'm not completely closed off to the idea of a long distance, but it definitely, you know, um, becomes like one of those things you have to think about when you consider it. That hey, it's going to be a long distance relationship. Maybe like you're really attached to your church, your job, your family here, and then she's attached over there. Like there might not be any room to wiggle. But people are always like, if you love each other, then someone's gonna, compromise or sacrifice for the other one. And like, yeah. So I don't know. I'm not close off to it, but it's just something you have to think about. And then it's like one of the pros and cons, I guess you weigh. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm a lazy person. I don't want to put effort into anything. Sometimes I have to, but that's why I suck at dating. But now you're putting the barrier of you have to live in Canada. I don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it also just depends like the age you're at right now or life. Like yeah, what where you're at in life, stage of life you're at. For example, my mom and dad. My dad at the time was living in Texas, and my mom was living in California, and they met one year at Hoydom, and then just through talking on the phone or something like that. 6 months or 8 months later, he flew out to her just to I think it was for a work thing, but also just get to know her. So they went on their first date, whatever. But at the time, they were like age like what 29, 28, 30, around that age. So like they're at the age where like they're sustainable like themselves and like blah 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 blah. So he has the opportunity just to fly over there on the whim. But then 6 months, 8 months to know each other, engaged. Like a year after, boom, married. Um, so I mean, yeah, but I would not be opposed to long distance. Yeah, I agree it's hard. But I actually respect a lot of people who go through the long distance. Um,
That's
kind of
respectable.
clash against like,
But
yeah, it's hard. I get it, but like they kind of just clash against like even society's norms nowadays. Like what society's dating is like what I gotta talk to them every day, gotta be with them every day. If they're like too far away from me, I get insecure, kind of thing. Which I'm not saying like it's necessarily bad. It's just it can get dangerous. So I have a lot of respect for those who do long distance, and I too would not be opposed to it. I agree it's hard, but I
Andrew,
don't
were
know.
your parents? Did they also meet long distance?
No.
No.
Yeah.
Hmm.
No. Yeah.
My parents were long distance as well.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
So they both moved to Texas.
Oh, so they didn't live in Texas. Like one didn't live in Texas.
Yeah.
Like they live
I
elsewhere.
don't know
And
the
then
timeline, but my dad lived in Canada once, and then my mom lived in St. Louis, and then they met at like a conference, and then my dad kept going for it. What a trooper. What a trooper, and that's how I was born.
Okay, you skip the marriage part, but
oh, it was one of those.
They were married. They were married. Disclaimer: they were married. No juice. No juice here.
Hmm. Wait, we think about because Hoyonam is something that happens every year, and it does happen. You know, like, so, just one of those thoughts that come into our minds. Yeah. Hmm, I don't know. Hmm. So, what do y'all think about then about the whole boundaries in dating? Then,
Boundaries.
yeah. So, like for example, you're not married yet, and so are there boundaries in dating? What boundaries are there?
Oh,
Physical, practical, emotional, whatnot. Um, like things you have to go through with your significant other
Mhm.
as a Christian.
okay, Andrew, take it away. I know you
I
got the
mean,
answers.
if you're thinking about the thing, like the elephant in the room, like, yeah, you got to keep sex out of the relationship until marriage,
Okay.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
But more
and
like practical
so
too, as well. As well.
yeah, and so like we go off that like is being one alone, like in a private setting, like your room or your house or like your car, like a area of temptation that would lead you guys to sex, then maybe we gotta start getting out of those areas, right? Maybe we gotta do more group, you know, I don't know, group dates or, spend more time together in,
Public
among
places.
friends and stuff. Yeah, public places, right? Um, so it's like, you know, you gotta like I guess figure out where your weaknesses are, and then there's also just understanding what wisdom is. It's like why even put yourself in the realm where you can be tempted like that. Um, so there's like boundaries like that. You want to try never to like stay over or you know yeah, like stay at her house or something, or she stays at your house and you're alone like that. You might not be sleeping in the same room or whatever, but even just being in the same house like that like invites the temptation and stuff like that. So there's like a lot of nuance obviously to it, but like you just got to know like as we date, what are some non-negotiables, like how are we going to honor one another, how do we keep the law and honor God as well through it all. And so finding those boundaries and limits is going to be more of a journey or figuring it out. Because unfortunately, the Bible doesn't tell us everything we got to do when it comes to dating. Um, but we know the law, and we know that the Holy Spirit gives us wisdom to apply the law, and so we know we got to find those areas where we got to set them up as boundaries. Stuff. So
Do you
yeah.
think that take is controversial in this in the world viewpoint? Do you think
Oh yeah. I mean, definitely. I know there probably might be like people
maybe it's not
listening at this point.
controversial? Is that the unpopular opinion in in the
Yeah,
world?
it's definitely unpopular opinion. Um, like even if they're like Christians still watching at this point, like they're like, bro, no way. Like me and my girl, like we can do, like, I can like visit her and then we can stay at each other at her house. Like we don't, do those type of stuff. And like, yeah, that's good. But like, you keep doing it one day, the temptation might be there and then might lose or might be tempted multiple times, but then each time you succeed and nothing happens, but then just one day, you know, you lose to it and then it's just, it could change, just the whole dynamic of the relationship, you know, stuff like that. So I don't know. There's like a point for me where it's like things are so you don't want to get even close to it. So like you're just gonna stay away from it, create that boundary. Um, and so like, one day we'll have a Christian liberty episode, but yeah, it's like
Hmm.
you just gotta figure out that boundary and know what it is. Like, is it hand holding?
Hmm.
Like maybe we shouldn't hand hold hands. Is it kissing? Like probably shouldn't kiss that, And then a lot of people are like, just not even get close to the line. So then don't do it, any of that. Don't even find where the line is. Because if you knew where a line is, right, you would get as close as you can to that line.
Mm,
But that's still just not right. That's not honoring God as well. So it's like have the line drawn and not even get close to it.
mm,
Um, so people are gonna controversial even among Christians and stuff because they want to do it and maybe they find themselves doing it, but like we all done wrong things. I've done wrong in my dating relationships as well. Um, but we just gotta be convicted and know that we're wrong, and then strive to do what is right. So yeah,
mm.
Well, I have another question, and I
yeah,
I, I kind of I kind of agree with the standpoint, but like uh, so you said no hanging out in private places and stuff, but there's like pretty sure it's pretty popular that you want to live with your significant other before you marry each other because you get to know a lot about a person by living with them you know
mm,
so and I understand the viewpoint, like, yeah, honestly, how do you I don't yeah how, you don't really know. I feel like you don't really know a person until you live with them, so
yeah, yeah. Um, yeah. I mean, a lot of people say those things. Like they gotta introduce sex into the relationship because they gotta know like the other person compatible or same libidos or whatever. Um,
Dude,
so it's all about like they're trying to skip to a part where they're not supposed to skip to. And so like I guess the way I look at it is like you're not supposed to solve all these issues before you get married, you know. But the point of marriage is like the commitment that two people would have to one another, so that as they enter the next phase, into marriage, into living with each other, um, it's not already worked out or something like that, but they just gonna have to keep going through and figuring it out, as they go along. And like I would actually say like you don't need to live with one another and introduce like sex into the marriage or something before you get married to know these things. You can talk about it. You can you know um, when it's like at church and stuff, like go to someone's house or Bible study, like hey, that dude washes the dishes, like or like that guy, like he those things you can learn about a person without having to live with them. Um, and so, yeah, I don't know. My idea is just people always trying to figure it out and have everything set and known before they get married, but it's never going to be really that way. Um, it's really just going to have to be you commit to one another. And now that we're married, like we're going to work through whether he washes the dishes or whether she, leaves her hair in the shower drain or whatever, stuff like that. So, mm,
mm.
yeah, but it's like scary though, like once they just put on a face when you're there. I don't know, it's just I don't
well, then
know. Just
that's
like
what like I
prayer,
don't know
only
about David.
prayer. I don't know. But
Yeah, I don't know about David, but like for me, and I guess maybe for you, is like that idea of uncertainty is such a big hill that we got to get over when it comes to dating and then eventually marriage. Um, but like, how do you get over that? I don't know.
Mm.
Is it called faith? Is it like courage? I don't know what you're gonna call it,
like
but it's
Yeah.
I at least I recognize it in my life that like yeah, the uncertainty of like you know asking someone out and then in a relationship, the uncertainty of like, do I really want to spend my life, with this person?
Mhm.
Like prevents me from moving, and then that's obviously wrong. So
Mm,
how do you get over it? I don't know. I
mm,
I know the issue.
mm. Yeah. Yeah. I think I agree with everything Andrew said. It's just like things are workable, you know. talkable. Um, don't have to experience the actual thing to do that. I think believe like marriage, like it's full intimacy, right? One as one being, one flesh. But as dating, like just the signals are still there, like discernment. Um, talk things through. How many kids you want? What house you want to live in? Where? Blah 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 blah. Just the normal questions you would ask uh, about marriage before it actually happens. But I think I think uncertainty, the commitment, it is a little not scary for me. It's just again, it's uncertainty. So like you just don't know. But I again believe I agree with Andrew. Like things are workable, things are talkable, communicatable. Um, so I don't have any doubt in that at all. Um, but I do, I don't believe you have to live in the same house to understand if this person has a face or a mask at all times. Is this person different person in the house? Blah blah blah. I feel like you can just kind of just tell, just depending on what signals you get in the dating stage. So
I don't know. Remember that story we heard yesterday? I forgot who told it, but it was about like this famous pastor or someone preaching, but
uh
like in secret
Oh,
he did. I don't know, like
yeah,
maybe it's something
Ravi
like that.
Zacharias.
Yeah.
hmm,
So it's like, they can even pretend to be Christian, and like
yeah.
I don't know. It's just so uncertain.
So well,
How do you solve that? Is there a solution?
I don't think you can ever really know. I feel like no. Um,
Yeah,
to,
it's like, the issue of sin in a person, like he I don't know, you just gotta always walk in step with the spirit, let it convict you, and then at that point not respond with like covering it up or, coping with yourself or, you respond with repentance, right? And I don't know, that's another huge thing. If we can go and like, was Ravi like, ever a Christian,
mm,
like
mm,
that. It's like, it could be in a point where, yeah, he, struggled with sin as we all do, but then, you know, had a pattern of continuing it and then hiding it, um, out of fear, for whatever. And then that's just, I mean, obviously wrong. But, in a relationship, like if you communicating that with one another, pray for one another, work those things out, and then you let God sit at, the top of all of it, I guess it would work out. Like it would help you, kind of battle those things. And I don't say that as a expert or anything. Like I'm just thinking, I don't know, but
mm,
in my head, that's how it would work.
I
mm.
don't know. I like to play devil's advocate. Yeah, I love to tickle the bones of the questions.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
That's why I like kind of agree with the secular one. It's like yes, you get tempted when you live together, but it's like you get to when you live with someone, it's like you can't be two faced the whole time. It'll be exhausting. So it's like yeah, it's like it's just like feels like it confirms it. Like okay, this is the person
yeah.
who I thought they were. So
Okay,
it's
so
like
let's think about it maybe like practically. Um, so I've heard it called this way. I don't know who called it, but I heard it from the porch. And they call it the cohabitation inertia effect. So you know what inertia is, like from science, school, like an object in motion stays in motion, right? So like let's say you have two people dating and then they move in together. So that object is now in motion, right? And then it without any other force or whatever, it wants to continue in that same direction, right? So that's why we see a lot like nowadays, like people moving in together and they don't get married or whatever. Like, they have everything they want from marriage, you know, having a house together, share bills, sex, the relationship, the intimacy, everything, without actually being married and we think it as like the covenant or the commitment to one another. So then when something happens, like they just want to keep going, or when it has to eventually stop, the object has to stop, then it like crashes, right? Um, like it makes it really hard for you to evaluate, like, do you really want to stay with this person, for the rest of your life if you've already been kind of practicing some of the things, and you're like, sometimes you cope with it and like, yeah, all those problems, that's okay. I can live with it because right now it's convenient, it's easy. We have the same house, we share the bills, we have a dog together, or something like that, and it just makes it you want to stay in that relationship, let it keep going when in reality, like you don't want to. An example is like, one of my friends like broke up with her boyfriend, but they live together, and so now they still live together.
Mm.
Um, and like, I don't know, I think that's just the weirdest thing ever, you know? It's like, yeah, it was like so comfortable, and so they just want to keep moving in that direction. It's like, we're just not dating anymore, but we still live in the same house, we share the bills, whatever, do things like that. It's just you just get stuck in that movement, you know. Um, and then it could just be disastrous, People don't want to get married, and then they have no commitment to each other, and then one day it's like, okay, I don't want to do this anymore. Who gets the house? Who gets the dog? Who gets to stay? Who gets to go? There's no commitment that like grounds the relationship anymore. It's flippant. They can just do whatever they want with it. So that's just a practical standpoint, like why it would be unwise to move in, practice these things before marriage. But yeah.
Mm.
Mm. You agree, David?
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Um, like I never thought about it like that, like the inertia, uh, moving. But I mean, overall, even then, yeah, I think there's just other ways to go about it. And acting as if you guys are married, you're not. You date to marry as a Christian, but it's two completely different things, I believe. Um, there's a commitment there, but also the covenant. You are one. Full intimacy is there. Communication is there. And so I've seen where sometimes something hidden can actually end in a relationship, not end just a relationship, end a marriage because the full intimacy was not there. And I don't know, like something that very drastic at least. And so uh, I don't know. Yeah, I just think communication is key in dating. Like just discerning. Yeah, do I want to be this person for most of my life? Whatnot, whatnot. You don't have to go through society's norms of talking every day, being with this person 24/7, basically living together. Like it just takes time. But also, I just trust the spirit would you know help us in that scenario. But yeah, that's my take.
My
That's my
mom
take.
always does say to pray. She's worried about me. Well, so you brought up time. How long do you think someone should be dating before, at least a minimum before they get married?
I don't think there's any like minimum or maximum, but I
I don't
think
know. I feel like there
well,
should be a minimum. I feel like there
there
should be a
could be a
minimum.
minimum, but
It depends on the
depends.
people, but like you're not after 2 weeks, guys. Come on,
So
come on.
imagine 35 and
35.
36, and you're at the age, and this person's pretty close, just sealing a deal. Why waste your time?
What the heck?
I've heard that case. Like I've heard that scenario.
Really?
Um, like for example, I watched this one documentary or like this thing from I don't know if you know Steph Curry. It was like a long time ago. I watched this, but he was saying he saw her at saw his, she saw he saw his current wife at a church convention or camp or whatever, and I think some people just know, some people just know they're the one. I don't know, or like they're just the person they're gonna spend their life with, so they just why waste your time go for it if you're stable or like in that life, that life phase stage. Just why waste your time? Is what I hear. I don't know. I'm not experienced enough to go about that, but that's just what I hear. And so I don't know if there's a minimum. If there is a minimum, sure, but um, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Some people get married within a year and their marriage lasts their lifetime. Some people get arranged marriage, and they last their whole life. So like for me, it's more like that commitment part. Um, like, once like you're fully committed, to her, she knows that she's fully committed to you, and like you're both committed to Christ, then like I think at that point, yeah, the marriage talk is ready. You can move on, take the next steps and stuff. But in like a more generalized thing, like yeah, like you want to get over the like honeymoon kind of phase where like you still like putting on the best uh for one another. You haven't really shown the true colors or the true side. You haven't like farted in front of her, so then it's like you know
Yeah, yeah.
so like that, so like you gotta
That's
get
good.
move past some of that. You gotta work through some of the baggage and the wounds and stuff. uh you gotta talk about vision for marriage, like do they want to get married, do they want to have kids,
Mm,
stuff like that. So you should talk about those things and stuff. So I guess
mm,
not really more of a time but milestone, but those things come hopefully with time. So yeah.
mm, yeah. So talking about like that, like about the future in marriage, what do y'all think about if you want kids but yet your spouse is not? Is that during not even spouse, like just significant other, like while you're dating, talking that stage, like I don't want kids.
I'll leave it up to the wife. For me, I'll leave it up to the wife. You know,
You're
there.
gonna be doing the work, so
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't really have a preference. Kids, no kids. It's. I'll still be happy. Maybe not too many kids, but like we can discuss that. But if we're gonna have kids,
I
how
kind of want to
many?
hear
But
it.
how many?
I kind of want it. Yeah.
Three seems like a lot, but they also
but
get
yeah,
along with each other at that point. Two seems like,
what if she
mm,
wants 5?
ooh, hmm. Is she
Is
willing
it
to
like
negotiate?
I don't know, but is it like a deal breaker? Like, no, 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 I
Not
don't want that.
five.
You
Come
don't think it's
on,
a deal
not
breaker?
Or
five.
would you be like, we'll talk about it, or we'll cross that bridge when we get to it,
It's got
and
to
then
be like two
continue
to
the
three.
relationship?
2 to 3 for me.
Sure.
If we
I
enjoy the
think
first
yeah.
two, we'll have another. But if we don't, we regret. But then we love them.
Or you can't regret. You can't regret. That's a life. Yeah. Is it a deal breaker, or is it a wait till like Andrew said, get to that point, and we'll talk about it later? But I feel like
I feel
such
like
a
you should
big.
know at dating.
I feel like you should know what you're dating.
Like
Yeah.
when you're
I think
close, when you're dating, like, okay, it's getting pretty serious.
because that's a life. That's someone. Your
Yeah,
family. You want, and
but
just
like
if
these things can change as you grow older too.
that's true.
Like, oh,
True.
you always wanted like 2 kids. You know, growing up, like you think about in the future, but then like as you get married, like, hey, maybe
Mhm,
we had 1 kid, and that's like we can barely keep
mhm.
up or whatever. We don't want to do it again. You know,
So what about kids versus no kids? Like one wants kids, one doesn't want kids. Is that a deal breaker in a sense? Even like in the future, but still that plan is still there.
And if we're not talking about me, I feel like that would be a deal breaker for most people. Like, I,
For
yeah,
me,
I think so
I think
too.
so too. It kind of does lean towards a
and
deal breaker.
no kids, heck, I'll take it. But woman,
Mm,
all right.
Yeah, yeah. I think personally for me, it wouldn't be
mm.
a deal breaker. Uh, and that is coming from a person who probably doesn't want kids.
Ah,
Uh, I
I've
love
pro-
kids, and stuff, but I don't know. about my own.
Uh,
Yeah.
I've grown
okay.
to like them a little bit more, but
Mhm.
I'm
Yeah,
lazy.
it's the same
So
take.
Keep doing VBS.
Keep doing VBS.
Ugh.
You'll get to where I'm
Nah,
at.
but that's like 5. Well, it depends on the size of your church, but like 5 kids in a group, that's that's much. That's much. But you just have like 2 of your own. Like, sure, you have to take care of them, but like they're yours. That's like, wow,
Mm.
that's part of me right there. I made that. Well, God made that, but
Okay.
I helped God
I made
make
that.
it.
I was part of it.
I was part of the process. I think it'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
And then someone take care of you when you're old.
Yeah. So let's.
Yeah.
I want to make 3. Like not make. I want 3 kids so I can make a Valorant team or a league team.
Ow.
Yikes.
Yeah. We're making it to esports family.
Yo,
If there's any like
that'd be such
family
a cool
like
story.
family game nights in our church or like in the region, we're all just like old and all that stuff. We have our kids, whatever. It's like, oh yeah, my team's winning. My family's winning.
My
Guys,
family is
just
a bunch
please
of
study.
I can.
No,
son.
No
doing
studying.
scrims
No.
now.
We're scrimming
We're
right
hitting
now.
scrims. We're going up
Hey,
against
your son's-
Andrew's family, and we're not losing. We're not
Why is
losing.
Aim Labs not downloaded on your Steam?
Wow, there's a lack of commitment here.
Yep. Yeah. It's funny. I hear that a lot. I heard like Valorant pros say that. Like, what's it? Kaide and tens. They're like, oh yeah, I want you. Or like someone said 3. I forgot who said 3. Another person's like, you only need 3 for a Rocket League team. I was like, okay. So it's funny. But just things to talk about. What else do you think people like? What do you think a lot of people nowadays, at least in the Christian world, uh, want have questions on about dating? At least
Questions about dating.
is it? Oh, there we go. Is it okay? I just came on my the one probably the biggest one I hear. Is it okay to date a non-Christian?
No. Special cases arise. We know one, but preferably no. Preferably no.
I guess here's my attempt to cope or deal with it in my head. And obviously I don't know for sure, and I could be definitely or hugely wrong. And so if I am, then please let me know so I can change the way I
I
look
can
at it.
change.
Um, but obviously the Bible doesn't address these things about dating, but they do have it with marriage, right? Um, and so you wouldn't yoke yourself to someone who's not, you know, who doesn't love Christ and has been saved like you haven't. Uh, you know, a huge thing about Israel and the Old Testament is like, hey, you got to stop taking wives from other places and whatnot. But it happened like a lot. I think that's just the reality of it. Um, so we kind of know like when it comes to marriage, but then so what about for dating? And so the way I think about it is some things are so unwise to do that you should probably not do it. Um, and so a missionary dating, that's what people call it. Like you're Christian, but they're not. You want to date someone who's not Christian, but you're going to date them anyway, and then try your hardest to get them to convert or whatever. Um, I don't think that's wise. Um, Now that said, obviously, like you brought up, like, yeah, it works. People have gone through it and it works, and then but people also had gone through it and it didn't work. So then, what's your I don't know risk tolerance? Like what are you willing to deal with? If you're like all in with this person, and if like you know doesn't work out, like are you gonna break up with them, or are you gonna just do the whole inertia effect and like, hey, we'll just get married. It's easier that way. It's more what we want. So we're just gonna keep doing it. So it's just really up to I don't know. The persons in the relationship will figure it out. But I'm like at a point where like I just wouldn't even consider it because it's just to me it's unwise. I don't have to date that person, you know, in hopes that they will get saved. Like I don't have to do that. I can just not date them and find someone else, or not date anyone at all. Just be single. So that's just my approach at it.
Agreement. Popular question.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I think the missionary dating, like getting to them, try their hardest, gosh darn hardest to convert them. Yeah, I think that's also a little unwise.
Because you don't know if they're gonna accept the word. It's just that's
not up to
all.
us.
That's God and them, and you don't want to risk it. That's like that could affects your life. Affects if you have kids, their lives. It's just too risky. It's too risky.
It's just the priorities aren't there. Again, like, are you committed to Christ? Is she committed to Christ? And boom. I think
So yeah.
even then,
Like
like,
here,
keep going.
no, I mean, like my I guess hot take at it is you can do it, but you better be ready to like break up. But like I always talked about the inertia thing. Like sometimes you just get into the flow, and then a thing in motion wants to keep moving, and then you just can't stop it. That point, it's like dangerous. So if you're a stalwart, Christian or whatever, then maybe you could work. But then I think also then if you're stalwart and you're really firm in your faith, like you wouldn't want to date a person like that anyway. So I don't know. This is weird, but yeah, definitely. I would definitely take those stances unwise, but it works. So who am I, to say otherwise? But I can tell you what's wise and what's unwise.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I think just the priority. Like again, who's number one? Whose life? Like in her life, she's number one. In your life, is it? And then if it is, great. It's just in marriage again. You're together. You're one. Full intimacy is there, and it wouldn't work out even if you have kids, whatever. But that's the thing. Yeah, I think the longer it goes, if you're dating right now, and non-believer or not, I think it will get harder later in the future to break up with them. Um, a lot of heartbreak would happen, and you have to go through all that trouble if you just either break up right away, or at least whenever you're convicted, or just not date at all, the non-believer. But I get it. I think, I don't know about y'all, but I've been there where I've wanted to date a non-believer, just because I'm at that stage where it's like, I want someone, whatever, and this person is really pretty, or like just fit all my needs except the most important need I needed. But I was like willing to compromise, and so I was really close. Um, it just didn't end up that way. So thankfully, by God's grace. But yeah, I think the issue, sure, you could do it. Like, go for it. Go ahead and date. It's just, even if you date a Christian, for example, I remember I heard this take one time. Dating a Christian and a non-Christian, it can both be dangerous, right? And the danger comes whenever your priorities are compromised. If you date a Christian, you want to be with them all the time, spend time with them all, blah, 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 like 24/7. Basically, you want to get like the married aspects without being married. And that moment, you just drop Jesus like from like number one to like two or something like that. That can be dangerous. And then non-Christian as well, same thing. I think it's the same character or attributes in the same realm. But yeah, I mean, who am I to talk? I've like never dated, or like
I can't talk at all.
Who am I to say
What's that
anything?
analogy where you're looking at Jesus and then
Oh, so run the race, falling eyes fixated on Jesus, but there's someone on your right or left who's also run the same race as you. Can just, your mom said to just reach out your hand, but some people say like look to your right and look to your left. Like, oh, okay,
who's a
maybe grab 'em.
female? Oh, grab a hand.
Yeah,
Only were that easy.
if only. The hand has to be like Elastigirl. You gotta like go far away. Like ah.
I think they all ran for me, but
It's right in the opposite direction.
One's on right here and you're over here. Just like it's
oh,
funny. So then, okay, I think another question I hear nowadays is like faith level or measure of faith.
no,
Walks in
I-
life. Do you think, like they have to be the same level
no.
in their walk? They have to be different. One's higher. The male is higher because the male is the figurehead or whatever, or opposite. What do you think?
I don't think so. I mean, if they're early Christians, then you could be a little suspicious. Are they really Christian? Because some people have those highs and whatnot. But like, if you're like a 10-year Christian, they're like a 2-year Christian. I think that's fine. It's not about heard this at the Sing conference. It's not about the
Measure your
strength.
faith with
Yep,
the object.
the object. Yep. That's a good. I love that quote. But yeah, I think it's fine.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's much of a problem unless you had a very strong calling. So like if you wanted to like, hey, I'm gonna pastor a church, like she doesn't mean like she has to be like on the same level, but she needs to be aware of like where the relationship would go, I guess, if you were to do that. Um and so yeah, like I would never try to judge a person's like level of like Christian or Christ likeness, whatever. But I think just some things just need to be communicated like that. For me, like all I what's more attractive, I guess, is not like that they're smarter or better or more
Mm,
holy than I am, but that
mm,
they're just committed to Christ.
mm.
Um, you know, and that's it. Like I don't need perfection. I don't need better or worse. I just if you love Christ, like we can work something out. You know,
Mm.
yeah.
Mm. Yeah, I
I
agree.
could be yeah, I could be naive, but
Yeah,
that's just we're
just
just
sorts
dudes
it.
talking about what we
Yeah,
think. Yeah.
yeah. But I agree.
Yep.
I agree with everything y'all said. So hmm. Just some dudes, some
Just
single
some
dudes talking
just
about
some single dudes talking about their
talking about.
relationships.
Yeah.
Oh
We had
man,
to bring on some guests.
yeah, with
Next.
experience. They got the real
We're about
experience.
to ask like some pastors who are married, like they're like complete opposite takes.
Yeah.
Go for
Your
it.
whole first episode was terrible.
Any
I
dying
mean,
questions about
yeah.
relationships?
What do y'all think?
Honestly, I did
I
have a
think
question.
you go for it.
Yeah, go for it.
It's
Yeah.
not about relationships though. It's more about like, how old we are in our faith. All of us. I think I'm the youngest one. And then
Okay.
Again, hey, it doesn't matter.
yeah, that's what I was
Check
thinking
it
about. We're talking about like,
Yeah. Let's just go around then. Kind of learn
okay,
about each
okay.
other
I'm gonna guess who's. It's gotta be Andrew. Andrew's gotta be the oldest Christian.
So what do you mean? Just like
Like
in
when you're
just
first saved.
years.
Yeah,
Okay.
first saved. Yeah.
years.
Okay.
It's not really strength of faith, but just when
Yeah,
you got
just like how long.
saved. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So right now, my ranking in my head is Andrew, David, me. Am I right?
So okay. I'll actually like kind of go between two dates here.
2 dates.
Like I've been born into church and I've gone to church my whole life. So I remember at a very young age, like Christmas program, pastor preaches, and it's like at the very end, like, oh, you want to accept Jesus Christ, raise your hand, and then, at the end, you'll follow me and then we'll go into the room and then we'll do the whole like repeat after me prayer. And then like now you're a Christian. So I did that at 2002 or 2004 or something.
I was born.
Uh,
I was
Oh
born
my
in
god!
2002.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah. Ethan might have not have been born
I was not
yet.
born. I was actually no, I was.
Yeah,
Never mind. I was born.
maybe
I forgot my own
possible,
birthday for a
right?
second.
If it was like 2002, then
Oh,
yeah.
2002? Wait.
Yeah, somewhere between there. I don't even
Oh,
remember.
if it was
'Cause, like
2002, then yeah, it was before I was born.
yeah,
I was
because, like, I
conceived.
was a kid and I did it. I remember doing it because my sister raised her hand, and so I was like, "Okay, I guess I'll do it too." Uh, and so, like, I don't haven't really saw that, like, before after change.
Mm.
But, like, for me, the big moment in my life is actually 2015. Uh, and so, like, we had a youth rally and stuff. Pastor Tim came down, like, some of his old church from like Lancaster, Pennsylvania, right?
Mhm.
They came too, which is awesome. And I just remember just being at the point of my life where like I was just done with everything. And so, just God just called me. I don't remember the song, I don't remember the message, but God just called me. It's like, I'm here. Like, what do you want? And I was just like, God, have everything. Like, I'm done trying to do it by myself. And then that's when, like, I know for sure my life changed.
Mm.
Um, so, like, you can see it as 2002, 2004, whatever, ending the gospel, knowing who you are, your sin, Jesus is our savior, how we are saved, stuff like that. And then that's the point. So I would probably like say 2015 is like when I truly grasped and understood, and it produced fruit in my life. And so that's only been 8 years ago.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
count the 2002 one. I always like born again to me. Yeah, that changed mindset. It's new
Mm,
now. Everything
mm,
is a different lens. It's all in Jesus lens, or at least most things. Like you can't. It's impossible to be like that. But
yeah.
yeah.
All right. So then
So eight
now does
years.
that make me first or
I gotta know David. I forgot what
um
year for
No,
David.
you're still older. Um, I was again too. Born in the church, all my life. Same church I'm going to right now. But yeah, I've been through altar calls growing up. I baptized when I was like a freshman in high school. But I didn't really. Yeah, I gone to camps again. I maybe might have felt something, some kind of emotion, or it could have been the spirit or whatever. But I never. But then after like a month, I go back, digress. Um, not saying that won't happen, even if you are saved. It's just you know the it's just different. Okay. Like for example, I think I'm gonna go straight to it, but for me it was 2018, so technically he's still older. Um, me 2018, junior in high school. It was a Hoydam. I think it was right before my junior year in high school, so like that summer. July 3rd, 2018. I remember. At Chapman University. um,
Oh yeah,
the good old Chapman.
good old Chapman.
um, but what's it called? Yeah. So I've been through like maybe two camps. It was right after Transformed, I think, or right before Transformed. I don't remember. But yeah. So they were doing communion, and I was already baptized. And technically, the rule I remember back then was like uh, to partake in communion, you have to be baptized. Not necessarily like the be born again, but like baptism. Um, so I wasn't saved yet. I did the baptism, but I wasn't really saved. So I thought I'd just do the communion, do it, whatever, dip the bread into wine, keep going. Um, anyways, fast forward. Um, pastor at the time who was leading it to home, he was like, if you want to, not if you don't know you're saved, Jesus invites you by His grace alone. And so then I was like, okay, well, what makes this different? I don't know. Let's try it. Prayed, talked to God, and I want to fully commit to you. I want to follow you. Uh, I know I might digress again, Lord, but help me by your Spirit not to, or at least to be continuing wanting to follow you. And I made that commitment. Did it. Week later, went to Orange Church, California, my mom's church, old church, Sunday school. Went by. It's called Sunday school. I snuck in, and they're going through Romans 8. It was Romans 8, 38, 39. Neither height nor depth, nor angels, nor demons, nor present, nor evil, will be able to separate you from the love of Jesus Christ. And I was like, how is that true if I keep digressing back to the way I was. And he asked me, then you had to ask if you really are saved or not just like really saved, just saved. Are you saved? Because they're not, it's not just really saved or truly saved, it's just saved. And then I was like, that's a good point. You got me there. And so from there on out, life changed. I just knew that because I was curious for Christ. I was yearning for Christ. Everything I would do would be an intentionality of trying to glorify Christ. Yeah, short testimony. I tried. So 2018 for me.
2018, 2015, 2018. Wait, what stage of life were y'all in?
I was in my last year of college.
Last year of college? David?
Yeah.
I was a junior in high school.
Junior in high school. We got one in college, one in high school. We got diversity here. For me, growing up in the church native.
Sick.
If I can't give y'all the long version, I get a little too emotional. But Andrew doesn't. Actually, Andrew's never heard it. Huh. Yeah. So
We can end it on your crying. We can do it.
Nah, let's not do that. I was watching something. All right, I was watching something. It made me sad. It made me sad. It made me feel powerless. And this was very recent. Very recent. Not very recent, but like 2 years ago. 2 years ago, I got saved. But yeah, I was just in my room. I felt powerless, and I went on my bed, prayed, and yeah, after that was a very short version. Y'all gave like medium versions. I gave like the very short version.
Yeah.
But
We'll do the full version
the
sometime.
full version,
We'll
I
go
need more
around.
experience. I've shared my testimony the first time like 3 weeks ago, and that was not good. That was not good. I mean, it was a good testimony, but like, I hate crying so bad, so bad. I thought, no, so bad. But yeah, I'm pretty recent. These guys were like 6 years for David, and then 8 years for Andrea. No, wait, that's
Yeah.
5 years and 8
8.
years.
So yeah, I'm 8, 5. David's 5.
I'm
And
like
you're
2.
Mm.
Oh, look at that.
I feel like I really didn't grow as fast as I did until I met Andrew and Jubin around like 2020. So it's been
Yeah.
2 years. 2 years of just me on my own, kind of like not my own, but like
Yeah.
Um,
But yeah, that's not really the start,
yeah,
but
it's
like
not
that point when you know and understand, and then you knew you're like, I guess now looking back, your life is on the move, like in it, moving in
You're
a
a
new direction.
rolling ball.
Yeah.
Honestly, when I got saved, I didn't know I got saved because it's happened before. I'm like high on Jesus, and I'm like, oh, I'm saved. I'm saved because I've been to all the youth camps and stuff. But when I look back, it's like, oh wait, I actually did change. I'm different this time. And
Yeah.
yeah, so I don't know. Do you think growing up, like becoming a Christian, growing up in the church, actually, maybe that's a stupid question, but do you think it's harder becoming a Christian, growing up in the church, or just being like secular? And then I kind of answered it in my mind, but what do you got?
Yeah. What do you think, David?
I'm trying to get your question down. What'd you ask?
So we all grew up in the church. We all became Christian, but do you think it's easier or harder for like people to become Christian by going to church like when they're young or something, or like they're in secular most of their lives?
So like beginning, like growing up.
Yeah.
Is it harder or easier?
Like we grew up.
I want to say it's easier in the church, but at the same time, the reason why I say it's easier is just because like I don't want to get the impression that if you don't raise your kids up under God's word, then it's the same. Could be or not could be the same. You still want to raise your kids as they're impressionable as they're growing up, that they have that there's someone, a God out there that loves them, and and yet has a model to follow. That there's a hope for them. I don't want people to think that there isn't, but at the same time, also don't want to say that. Who am I to say easy or harder the Spirit moves? Nothing's impossible for the Spirit, for Jesus. So, but I don't want to at the same time not say that raising your kids under God's word versus not makes it easier or harder. I think yes, raising your kids under God's word is preferable, and yes, for sure, should be there, and ideally there. But again, I don't want to put boundaries on what God can't do, because I'm not the one who says one or the other. It's just, as a parent, I mean, that may sound. I mean, I'm not a parent, but as a parent, that may sound scary. I feel like, because knowing that, even though yes, it's not in their control, but there's something they could do. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. But my take again is, yeah, I don't know if that makes sense. It's just like, I don't want to say that
No, I get
secular
it.
or not. Yeah,
I
it's
got
just,
it. Like, Holy Spirit works. He works.
yeah,
He doesn't.
yeah,
He doesn't choose you because you grew up in church, or whether you grew up, I don't know, a
yeah,
Buddhist or I don't know.
yeah.
Yeah.
But but still preferable to teach your kids under God's word and who Jesus is, to raise them up in that sense. We went to sing in the song "Pass the Promise." Pass the promise to our sons and daughters. Something that should be there. In the Christian family, and it's just a model that if we follow if we're ever parents, the kids want to see that as well, or should see that as well. So
Now I'm thinking about it. I don't like the question I just asked. That's a great answer, David. And also, I feel like it is easier in Christians because at least they get to know it. Some people, if you're secular, maybe you wouldn't even hear it. So that just makes it harder in itself, or you just never get to know it. Maybe you hear about it, but you never get to, you know, just be in a church community. But sometimes church communities are bad. I don't know. It just depends on where you grew up. Kind of hate that question. Nice.
I think it's a good
Yeah.
question.
Yeah, I mean, it's good to think about. And then we just end at God's sovereignty, that, he will call to him like those he wants to save. And, but like when I look at it, it's like, God doesn't save empty chairs. He saved the person sitting in that chair. So we got to do our best to, create the space and invite people where, we can't, our friend Tyvan likes to say, like, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink,
Yeah.
but you can put salt on its tongue. And then it wants to, at that point, wants to drink something, right? And then it's like, oh, we're already here at the living water. And so I think that's like, what we could do is like, we invite our friends, and we bring our kids to church, and we talk, and we do all these things to show, like, hey, there's this God, and he's loving, and he's just, and we have to understand your sin. It kind of makes all sense. Then the gospel just makes sense, and then God calls them and saves them. We didn't do that. God in His sovereignty did that. But we can fill chairs. We can, yeah, get them to think about their brokenness, their sin, their need of a savior, and things like that.
Put a rock in their foot or their shoe.
Yeah, exactly. Make them a little uncomfortable, so they have to think about something.
Mhm.
But in my own like testimony stuff, like I also see the same inertia. Like, you just always go to church. That's just something you always did. You adopt an idea that, like, yeah, I'm a Christian because I go to church. I do this, I do that. And then, yeah, you get stuck in that. So it might become difficult for a person growing up in church to really then step back. Like, well, I'm not a Christian. Like, I don't actually believe Christ saved me. I'm not actually sure if I go to heaven. So that inertia just will, yeah, kind of keep pushing them forward. So they just got to have that point where they step back, reevaluate, and yeah. So I see it in that sense too. And that might be where you were going with the question too. Yeah.
I think we all had that movement, right? Like we're all Christian. Like, oh yeah, I'm Christian. I'm Christian.
Yeah.
And then realize, oh shoot, no, I'm not. I'm
Mhm.
not Christian. Pretty sure we all had that moment. Ah,
Mhm.
looking back at young Ethan 2 years ago.
Uh,
No, but like, yeah, I don't know. I think sometimes even after I was saved in 2018, not quotations, but like when I get presented even more of the gospel of like the whole entirety of it. Yeah, of course, at 2018, I knew like I was a sinner, and yet Jesus died and rose again for me, and I have hope. Um, but when I grow and more in the sanctification process and it's like just growing more closer to Christ, and I get the full aspect of what God has done, I'm like, dang, good stuff. Like I, so yeah, I don't know. Looking back, just yeah, just reflecting. Looking back, God did God God did good. Ain't God good?
Ain't God good? Oh
So
man,
yeah.
man, we got like a
Well,
timeline. There's
yeah,
like
we
a
do have a timeline.
timeline. Grow up in church, think you're Christian, realize you're not Christian, become Christian. I mean, some people skip the last part, but
Mhm.
you know,
Yeah.
Holy Spirit. Ah,
So, but I guess we're just running out on time. So I think we'll just probably end it
you're
here. I think
here.
we can talk more about salvation and other things like in the future.
Yeah.
I think this is a
oh
great topic to
man,
talk about.
we talk
Soteriology.
about fast food, dating, our testimonies. What a beefy episode. Much
Wow.
improved.
Beefy,
Yeah.
Much improved.
Yeah.
Man, we're gonna clickbait the
yeah.
clickbaiting the title so hard.
You
with
have to
this one.
clickbait them. You have to like get
We
a red
don't
circle and
know,
point at this
girls.
arrow.
Featuring our testimonies.
Wait, we need like a thumbnail. We need a thumbnail.
Thumbnail face.
Like what's a
He
like a
said what about dating?
He said, "What about Chick-fil-A?" Actually, that could be the first episode. That could be
True.
our title of like every episode.
Yeah.
But
But
yeah,
yeah. I think this is a good place to end it. And maybe we'll come revisit this topic with some guests who have more experience than we. Maybe we'll take questions and stuff. We'll make a thing.
yeah,
And
yeah.
but yeah.
I think
Uh,
one more thing to put out is like again, we keep reiterating. I think Andrew keeps saying this, like we're just guys putting out our opinion. And
we might be wrong. We might be horribly wrong. Go look to the
you know,
Bible. Look to the Bible.
yeah, yeah.
We could be horribly wrong.
We may not have all the answers, but we know someone who does.
We're
Christ
just
is-
going off our God's wisdom. Well, we're trying to.
yeah, just want to reiterate because I think it may seem hard to hear, and maybe we probably are wrong. But just went back to this bad boy right here. So yeah. But yeah, I think we're gonna end it.
Are we
And
gonna like do something special for the ending this time, or are we just gonna say bye again?
we're single.
Shoot. Okay, I like that.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't
Do
know.
you like a brand thing going on? Like anything like stay relentless or like like one of those like YouTuber
Stay
thingies?
on that. No, don't stay on the couch. Move the couch. Move the couch. Oh no, we cannot do that. That's cringe. We can always just say bye.
No, I think I kind of like the couch idea. Something with the couch.
Something with the couch.
Yeah.
Make sure that couch isn't the only thing that's portable.
What does that mean? You lost me.
Because you gotta get up and move.
Okay.
Spread
So we're promoting
spread the
standing up.
word.
Oh,
Stand
okay.
up, nerds. Stand up.
Man, okay, so if we were like local, like we could always like have a shot of the couch, and then we like when we start the episode, we sit down on it, and then we
Oh,
start
that'd be
talking.
so
And at the
good.
end, we're just like, all right, we'll see you next time. It's just like get up from the couch, like exit the camera,
Oh, that'd be
and you just
cool.
get shot with the couch.
Or it's like we were all on the couch, and then like one of us like goes on the side of the couch and pushes the couch to like out the camera view, and it's like, oh, see y'all. It's portable.
Hey, that'd be good too. Wait, what the heck? Ah, man, I wish
really
we.
local. And she moves to Dallas.
Yo, if this podcast takes off, we're moving in together. We're moving in.
Yeah,
We're
if we
moving
start
in.
getting some cash flow from this, some
Cash flow.
brand deals.
Man, I don't know any popular Christian podcasts though, so it's gonna be
You
interesting.
gotta see one called the Portable Couch.
Couch.
Yeah.
But for
Okay.
now, bye.
All right. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.